Next up, we're going to go over to Wally. I think I hear you, Wally. Where are you coming from?
I am coming from Fleetwood, New York. Actually, almost didn't make. Sorry, I said I am coming live from Fleetwood, New York.
Nice. What's going on, Wally?
Yeah. I literally just before signing in came back from moving all my stuff from my school back home. Literally. I just thought I'd missed it. Yeah, I thought I'd missed it. So yeah, I tried to think. Yeah, I listened to all the stuff. I can imagine the cake and cat thing, but I just realized, you know what that means? I'm all the psychotic Grey Delisle, the evil Grey Delisle, all the time. And I know she was the voice of Ice Queen.
Oh, 100%. She plays a lot of very good villains.
Yeah, I've met her. Yeah, I've met her.
Awesome.
She is awesome. She's awesome. I even got a voice messaging recording of her for my mom for Mother's Day.
That's so cool. That's awesome. Grey's great. I love Grey.
What have you been up to during the quarantine?
A lot of parenting with puppies, dog parenting. Learning how to play guitar. I would say learning to cook, but my wife is much better at that, and so she doesn't trust me in the kitchen. But that's I mean, yeah, she's better at it. So I help her to help her. She's like, okay. I think
connecting to my question, I forgot. So on my question, I actually had an Adventure Time. You worked with some greats, including John DiMaggio, Jessica DeCoco, Lyndon Walsh, and the legendary Tom Kenny, and a couple times Ron Perlman and D. Bradley Baker. What was it like with them?
It's great. I think the funnest part about Adventure Time, especially, throughout the whole thing, I guess, is the fact that when I started working on it, I was super young, and all of the people that I worked with that were all like the leads in the show, I'd been a fan of from other shows from when I was younger, growing up, watching different cartoons and everything. And so I knew who everybody on that was, and I'd heard them in about a million things. So it was kind of surreal at first, like being in the recording booth with kind of all your favorite voiceover actors. And then on top of that, it was like I was getting paid week in and week out to watch these people and just learn from the best and watch them do their craft that they're masters at. And so, yeah, I think that's what it's like. It's like you get to be paid to be in a master class with some of the funniest comedians. And a lot of those people come from especially like Tom and John, I think D to an extent, but a lot of them come from like kind of a stand-up comic background. And so they'll be improvising and they'll be riffing off just jokes and stuff between takes. And that's where a lot of their voices come from. And so it's hysterical. I mean, I don't think there was ever a session where I didn't laugh extremely hard. There was never a dull session, because even if it felt like if something felt dull, like they would make it not feel dull just because of being really fun comedic people.
Okay. And on Voltron, I mentioned you worked with the spectacular Spider-Man himself, Josh Keaton, and DC Superhero Girls own Cree Summer and Kimberly Brooks.
This is true.
They both star on that series. What was it like with them?
I mean, I think most people that I work with, I genuinely just love and get along with. I mean, I'm a very easygoing person, and so I just like the people that I work with, and they're all so talented. I mean, I think it's crazy to me at times the versatility that those people have, and it's also funny when you have people playing roles that are so not like them. Like Josh is playing like a very stoic hero in the show that's very serious pretty much all the time, and in real life he's just the biggest goofball in the world. And then you got like Cree, has this epic voice and is playing a literal evil witch, and is probably one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. So yeah, I think it's the funniest thing, just watching someone go from being in between takes like, oh, I love it, that's cool. What have you been up to recently? Oh, sorry. And now I'm gonna kill. Like it's such a weird transition to be in a very casual conversation, catching up with someone, and then they'll say we're rolling, and then suddenly they get into evil witch mode. And it's a surreal experience, but I love it.